Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside the chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it.
Good morning, traders. How we doing today? It's Tuesday, the 22nd, 9 o'clock. I'm trying to bring that energy today and that enthusiasm to get you guys fired up. So get on fired up, guys, and let's have an amazing day and let's make some money. So I'm not gonna wait. Nah, I'm kidding. That would suck. Wouldn't that suck if that's how I really got this introduction going every single morning? That would be lame and boring and boo. You suck, Josh. But good morning, traders, and what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the best trading chat room in the world, because you guys are what makes it the best. But good morning and happy Tuesday, traders. I hope you guys had an amazing evening last night and that you guys are motivated, prepared, and fired up for an amazing day ahead. Team, as we know, market's a little choppy. Let's go ahead and just put it out there. Market's a little choppy. Yesterday kind of set the tone for the rest of the week. So with that being said, our mindset coming into the market today is kind of sit back, sit on our hands, observe, right? Don't be the guinea pig and put yourself in a position to lose unnecessary money. And let's wait to see if these setups really play on out, right? Let's get a couple setups to prove themselves. Like, all right, cool. Market is healthy. Market's not choppy. Just all over the place, right? I'd rather sit back with my 43 bucks, go to McDonald's for lunch, get a McFlurry, versus not being able to go to McDonald's with my $43 and get a McFlurry. All right, so again, I'm sitting on those hands. I'm gonna sit back, wait for some of the best opportunity, wait for the market to prove itself today. Again, because yesterday kind of set the tone for the rest of this week. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's not waste any time. Good morning, Josh B, Moose, Chris, everybody in chat. Everybody over on YouTube, let's go! And let's have an awesome day, traders. Let's make some money. Let's make some money. Let's make some good trades too while we're at it. So with that being said, let's dive into it. All right, so again, June 22nd, 9:01 in the morning. And you know it's going to be a slow, quiet day in the market. And why is that? Our number one top gainer that's actually moving up on volume. All right? It is ADIL, 29%, 4 million shares. 29%. Boo. No, you got to take my face with you, Josh. You got to take, oh, that's Cole. Oh, yeah, fuck you, Cole. No, I'm kidding. There. 3, 2, 1, go. You got 3 seconds. Take your picture and move on. We got to get to it. We got a lot to talk about. Actually, we don't have a lot to talk about today. We got a few things to talk about. So, let's go ahead and go on over to alphadaytrading.com, up to free education morning stock newsletter. And right here, we got Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021 morning stock newsletter. So good morning and happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a fantastic evening last night and that you're all ready for a great day ahead. Congratulations to all traders who locked in some nice profits yesterday. If you guys are new to chat, please take a moment and watch our quick chat room introduction video so you guys know exactly how to utilize chat, all of its features, and all of its functionality. All right, so there you go. There's a direct link for that. So again, good morning. Let's have an awesome day. Let's get fired up, and let's make some great profits. All right? So that being said, we have 5 stocks to talk about. All right? We got to... Oh, hold on. I'm missing something. There we go. It is Taco Tuesday, and we're going to Taco Bell for lunch, baby. So, we got TRCH. All right? TRCH with a Form 4. All right? So, Form 4 by TRCH. Let's go ahead and check out TRCH real quick. All right? TRCH doesn't look all that good, does it? Doesn't really look all that good. We really need to see TRCH back above 10. Now, TRCH has been a stock that's been ripping since the 10th, right? The 10th, it was down towards around 3, hitting highs last night in post-market up towards around $11.70. So right now, TRCH, it's moving last night and this morning off that Form 4 filing. And also, we just have a lot of momentum behind this play. It's consistently been moving up for the last week or two, again from around $3 all the way up towards around $11.70. So, I want to see this trading above 10 bucks. If we can start trading back above 10, that's when we could see the stock grind back up towards that $11.50, $11.70. Now, the sky's the limit on TRCH. So right now, we're just looking at yesterday. We need to get back above and trade above 10 bucks. If not, we're going to look for some short opportunity here on TRCH for the possible first red day, where we can actually see a nasty big red day as a lot of traders are taking profits off this massive gap up and this continuation over the past few days. All right. So again, if we crack and stay below 10 and we start trading south of 10 and south of 950, I am looking to short this back down into the low 8s. All right. When we get back above $10, we're trading above 10. That's when we have opportunity back up to retest yesterday's after hours highs of 1170. All right. I actually have 1142 drawn up. Why not 1170? Well, look, 1170 was tagged one time. 1142 was not only tagged here, but it was tagged here a few times in pre-market. So that's a better level that I see over on TRCH. So again, if I'm in this play, I'm looking to take profits up towards around $11.40. All right? So with that being said, we just got to get back above 10. There's not a lot of technicals behind this, right? We just have basic support, basic resistance. It's in one big channel, right? We have bottom channel support. We lost it momentarily, but we're popping back above that 975, right? We see 975 resistance, 975 support yesterday before the end of the day, 975 support in after hours, and right now we lost it, but look at that big push right back up. So 975 is going to be that level that we would like to see this stay above. Now again, if we get back above 10 and we start trading higher, we could see it back up towards around the top end of this channel, towards around $11.42. All right, moving on. TRCH, back burner play. Definitely not the top one I want to focus on today. PXS, number 2. So we have a Form SC13DA filed by PXS. What's going on with PXS? Not a lot, guys, right? Not a lot. Market's very slow this morning. PXS right now is gapping up a whopping 9.8%. It's trading 4 million shares in pre-market with an average daily volume of 1.5. So again, it has volume. It's a low float stock. It's 19 million in float. It's only gapping up 10%. So let's go ahead and check this daily chart out. When's the last time we've actually been above $1? If you guys don't know about the $1 rule, if we're normally under $1 on a penny stock for more than 6 months, the second we break $1, it's typically a big time rip and run to the upside. So we lost $1 back in April. So we've really only been trading underneath of $1 for about 2 months. So if we get the break over $1, it may not be as aggressive to the upside, right? So not only do we have $1 resistance, our 200-day moving average is right there at 99 cents. So pretty much $1. So if if we can trade above $1 today on PXS, we could definitely see it back up towards around 118, right? That's a possible 17, 18% move here on PXS. It's a low float stock. It can definitely grab some attention and get some action, and we could see this move fairly easy back up once again towards around that 117. And then if we ever break over 117, we're looking between 120 and 125 here on PXS. Now, if we ever really start breaking on out and start to move higher, our next target would be 135, and then we would be looking up towards around the 150s here on PXS. Right now, support, I'm going to throw you guys back down off yesterday's highs at 92. So again, if we open below $1, we pull back, we hold above yesterday's high of 92 cents. We form some kind of bottom. We start to get some action to the upside and re-break $1. That's when we could see some hype return in this play, because not only are we breaking $1 here on PXS, we'd also be breaking over that 200-day moving average, and we could definitely see this creep back up towards around that 117 first target right there over on PXS. And again, PXS, they filed Form SC13DA. All right. Moving on, we got BPTH. BPTH granted key mechanism of action U.S. patent for BP 1003. So what do we have out of this press release? They were granted an action U.S. patent. All right. So they were granted a patent. Okay. Not bad, but not great. BPTH. That is my small winner on the day. 3 trades on BPTH, right? Trade number 1, off the first pullback. Stock got a big rip to the upside, was pulling back here to the 9 EMA. I remember seeing, what stock was it yesterday that I got destroyed onto the short side? Can't even remember now. That's why we got to log our trades, because I don't even remember what stock I was getting destroyed on yesterday to the short side. So I'm like, all right, well, BPTH is a former runner. This stock has hit $20 before in the past. It has a press release, and BPTH is a lower float stock as well. All right, so again, we have news, former runner, low float stock there on BPTH. That's exactly why I went long on the first pullback, right? Came down, long, got stopped out. Stock comes on down. I get it on this 9 EMA pullback, right? We have the bounce, we have the flag, we have decreasing volume into the 9 EMA, consolidating, tight stops, take the trade, got stopped out. Stock comes down, puts in a higher low, double bottom. We see volume confirmation right here into the downtrend for the 4th point on the break. I take that trade and I scalp it up into the VWAP. Again, taking me from a negative $500 beginning day up about $43. So 3 trades, 33% win ratio. And this is what I want to talk about. That's a 33% win ratio. Out of my 3 trades, I lost on 2 and I won on 1. So how in the hell am I making a little bit of profit? Huh? How did I make profit? Because I manage my risk, right? Trading, 90% of your trading, guys, is all about risk management. You're in a losing trade and you're on the wrong side. That's okay. Stop out, walk away, manage your risk. It's okay to be on the wrong side of the trade, guys. It's going to happen. It's a different story to stay on the wrong side of the trade. So what did I do? I cut my loss, $250. Next trade, cut my loss, $250. I'm down $500. I take a good trade. I'm able to make that back plus some. So that's where risk management comes into play. If I wasn't able to manage my risk appropriately on those 2 trades, that green trade would have done nothing. I would still be red on the day. So again, even with a 33% win ratio on these 3 trades on BPTH, I was able to still make a couple bucks, pretty much break even, right? And that's the beauty of being great at managing your risk, is because you can have a terrible win rate. If you have a really bad day, 33% is not good. You can still walk away break even as long as you're great at managing your risk, all right? So what do we have going on with BPTH? Well, we can see that we're going to have some support right off that spiking high, right around 730, right off this low, somewhere around 735. So BPTH, we want to see this trading above 730 to 735. That's also some daily resistance as well. So not only do we have a couple valid points here in pre-market, we also have a valid point there on the daily chart that represents 730 to 735 support. So we would like to see BPTH trading above 735. And we're just in one big channel, right? That's it. We have bottom support at 735. We don't really have a clear established downtrend, right? Do we really have any kind of big established downtrend? Maybe this downtrend here, right? So again, it's one big channel. We have top resistance near the highs around. We're actually going to remove that, and we're going to bring it right into those 2 points, right? Again, I like to find 2 points. I'm not going to go say, oh, that's my resistance level is at 854. I want to find multiple points. So right here, I'm looking at 836 being the best level to take some profit. So again, as long as we hold above 735, if we get volume confirmation for the break of this downtrend, we can start seeing it grind higher, back above VWAP, back above 798 bucks, and we could see BPTH back up to around 836. If we ever break over 836, obviously we're going to retest those highs of 854. But then how high can it go? Right? How high can BPTH go if the stock really starts getting some action? Well, the first thing I see is going to be 975 from the gap up, right? And then 10 bucks. But one thing I want to bring your attention to with BPTH is what's one thing you noticed recently on BPTH? All right, team. YouTubers, what's one thing on the daily chart you notice about BPTH that really stands out to you? Whoever gets this right, I'm going to buy him some tacos. Did I miss the story behind the sombrero? Honestly, my wife has it for a promo, and I was like, that is badass. I think I want to wear a sombrero all day. So you know what? I'm wearing a sombrero all day because it's Taco Tuesday, baby. Let's go. So, repeat the question. What's one thing you notice about BPTH on the daily chart that you need to be mindful of when looking at some of these top gainers? All right, so again, we're doing our due diligence. We're marking up our levels, but we're also trying to get a feel of what this stock's done in the past, right? History repeats itself. All right, so what's one thing you notice on BPTH on the daily chart over the past, just this year? Look at this year. What's one thing you notice that BPTH does? Cole, when it gaps up, it gives everything back, right? Look at this. When it gapped up from $5 in February, gapped up to 15. Yeah, it went on a great spike, but it gave everything back and then sold off. We gapped up again, April 5th. What happened? Quick little early morning spike, fading on off. So one thing that we just have to be mindful of is BPTH is known for gapping up and giving all of the gains back. So with that being said, if we crack below 735, that could definitely be the point to where we start seeing it give all those gains back. And how low can it go? Well, it could probably go back down towards yesterday's close, right? That's going to be back down towards around $6.50. So be mindful of that on BPTH, right? It has news. They were granted a patent. It's gapping up here on BPTH. I mean, how much is BPTH gapping up? 18%, right? It's trading 2 million shares. On average, it trades about 500, so it's trading good volume. And it's a low float play. So this stock has a lot of great potential to go on a nice spike to the upside and really rip and run. But if we start seeing it crack some of these key support levels, we need to be mindful of, hey, BPTH is known to give all of its gains back. So we wouldn't want to be looking to buy the dip, because it's historically proven itself to go red and to give all of its gains back on the day. So that's just something that I want you guys to be mindful about when looking at stocks in the morning. What has it done in the past? When it's gapped up, does it have a big green day, right? And hold its gains and close strong? Or does it gap up and go red on really heavy selling volume? And we can see here the last 2 times this year that BPTH is gapped up, we've sold off and we've completely given everything back. So we need to be very, very mindful of that. BPTH is shortable. So if we start to see some of these key support levels crack, I am looking to possibly short the stock back down for another red day. All right, so that's what we got going on with BPTH. Moving on. Next, we have VT. So VT and Cantex Pharmaceuticals announces a strategic licensing agreement for development and commercialization for for treatment of cancer. So that's all I care about, right? There's a strategic licensing agreement for the development and the commercialization of their cancer treatment. Keyword, cancer treatment, right? A big announcement. There's an agreement and the development of their cancer treatment. So we have some good news there on VTVT. So let's go ahead and dive into VTVT real quick. How much is VTVT currently gapping up? 15%. Once again, when we have stocks gapping up 20, 30, 40%, we know it's going to be a slow, choppy day, right? We just know that market conditions are pretty choppy, pretty slow. We got to be mindful of that, and we need to be prepared to take smaller size, give these stocks a little bit more breathing room so we're not prematurely stopped out, and to also not be the guinea pig looking to take an A-plus setup just to get stopped out and watch it fail. I would rather sit back and observe the first couple of setups to see how they play out, then get involved. All right, so that's exactly what I'm doing today. So on VTVT, we're gapping up on news. It is a 21 million in float stock, trading 8.5 million shares, and on average, we trade 5.4. So we're trading above the average daily volume on news with a low float stock. So VTVT initially meets our criteria to be added to our watch list. So let's just mark up our levels. Well, we can see that we're going to have resistance back up towards around 317. But we just lost a decent little level of support, right? We had our first little wick on down before the grind higher. We bounced here around 758. We grinded that level for the past hour, and we're now trading below that 280 level of support. So now that's going to act as resistance. So with that being said, how low can VTVT go? Well, the next target to the downside is going to be the 50-day moving average and our 13-day moving average right around 250. So right now, we have room all the way down to 250 on VTVT. However, if we get back above 280, that's when we can see the stock back up to 3, back up to 317, and then if we ever break over 317, we have a lot of room to 357 and then to 378. So right now on VTVT, we are bearish as long as it's below 280. It has room to 250. If we're back above 280 and we set up, we can be bullish and we can look to take this long to 320, and then up towards around that 350 to 357 over on VTVT. And again, it's up on good news, low float, trading decent volume here in pre-market. So that's probably going to be one of my top 3 stocks to watch. Definitely going to be watching BPTH, right? Definitely going to be watching this play. Going to be watching VTVT, and the only reason it's making it to the top 3 is because of the float, the volume, and the news, right? Cancer treatment, positive news, right? That's the only reason VTVT is making it into the top 3, because it could be a back burner sleeper play that gets some action back over 280 simply because it has good news and it's a low float stock, all right? And plus, we don't have a lot of other plays to really add to our watch list. And then last but not least, we have BIOC. I'm going to brush through this because I want to talk about my personal watch list. All right, so we got BIOC. All right, so BIOC this morning gapping up on news, and that news is they're going to collaborate with Quest Diagnostics to provide advanced NGS-based liquid biopsy testing for patients with lung cancer. So again, another really good press release in regards to lung cancer, all right? We have BIOC currently gapping up from 420 to 487. BIOC is another lower float stock, 13 million in float. Average daily volume is 350,000 shares, and we're trading 1.7. So we're trading about 3 to 4x the average daily volume here on BIOC. So again, BIOC is just giving everything back. But it's another great press release, low float, possible sleeper play here on BPTH. And I want to see this back above 506 to 510. All right. Why 506 to that 5? I said 510, I meant 518. Well, we have 518 prior support, prior resistance. Why 506? That's our 200-day moving average. And we have $5 psychological resistance as well. So if BIOC ever gets hype, some action back above 506, and 520, that's also the VWAP. That's also some intraday resistance. That's a really good level. If we're back above 520, I think we could see it up towards around 560 to 563. Anything over that, up towards around $6. And then anything over $6, retesting that spiking high in pre-market up towards around that 632. So again, as long as we're below 5 and that 200-day moving average at 506, I'm bearish on this play, and we could definitely see it back down into the 480s, right? So again, we have that 480 daily chart high, little bounce area here in pre-market, anything below 480 down towards around 450. So again, we're below 5 and we're below 506. I'm more to the short side on BIOC, down to 480 and maybe down to 450. If we get back above 506, and really, in my opinion, 520, and we clear all three of those levels of resistance, that's when we can see a lot of hype really move into the stock and get it back up towards around 563, $6, and then $6.32. All right. Moving on to my personal watch list. All right. We have the SPY, we have AMC, and we have GERN. So I'm going to read these off real quick from my watch list on the morning newsletter. Then we're going to go dive in and look at the chart real quick as we have about 7 minutes to go. AMC is at a key level today. We are pulling back to the 13 SMA and our daily trend line. We are appearing to be setting up in a big daily ascending triangle formation. If we crack the uptrend and if we crack that 13 simple moving average, we are looking to come back down towards around $40 and then $33. If we indeed hold the uptrend and we hold that 13 simple moving average and we build higher off that level today, we can definitely see this daily ascending triangle formation break out over $63 and move back up to $72.62, then $75, then $100 there on AMC. SPY, it's on high watch today as well. We are nearing a key level of resistance, which is our downtrend from last Wednesday. This could be one big inverse head and shoulders formation. If we break over the downtrend, which is our neckline, we have room to 423 and then 424.61. However, if we fail to break above the downtrend, our neckline from that inverse head and shoulders formation, and we reject, we have room down to 419.90 and then back down towards around 417.22. I'm looking at tomorrow's expiration contracts around a strike with a 30 delta or lower. GERN setting up for a possible mid-candle breakout pattern. As long as we hold above 170, we have room back up to 181 to 183, then $2, then $2.23. If we get a proper setup and we get confirmation to take this long, our stops will be under $1.60. Let's go ahead and look at the chart on AMC. And you can see it. Beautiful daily setup. Run your trend line from this low. It connects, and we actually tagged it to the penny yesterday. What do we have here? That is one big ascending triangle formation. Move to the upside, building these higher lows. Flat level of resistance. That is an ascending triangle formation. If we hold that uptrend, team, all right, if we hold the uptrend and we can continue to build, we can get that break in that next leg up here over on AMC. However, right, look at the 13 SMA being respected. Look at the 13 SMA being respected. And the uptrend. If we crack below the trend line in the 13 SMA, we have room to come back down and to retest those lows there, and then to possibly fill this gap on the daily chart, which is also a Fibonacci retracement level. So again, if we crack this level here, we have room down to 40 and then down room towards around $33. If we hold the uptrend, we can definitely get that break out of that big ascending triangle formation, right? So that's going to be some key levels that we need to focus on today on AMC to kind of see the direction on where it's going to go the rest of this week, all right? That's AMC. Moving on to the SPY. I noticed the SPY on the 30-minute chart, right? I notice the initial leg down, resistance. Bigger leg down, pushing back up. You can actually connect a trend line off of these highs, connect it here, and it connects beautifully here in pre-market. That is one big inverse head and shoulders formation. Look at the shoulder, look at the head, look at the shoulder. We have our established neckline, right? If we break over the neckline, that's when we could start to see the S&P grind back to the upside. However, what could we see? What we could see is what we saw last time. We saw our initial leg down on the SPY. We saw the push back up. It double topped, and then it sold off even lower. So if we cannot break above the neckline and that downtrend, right, and we officially double top and we crack back below that 420, that would signal a double top, and we could see the S&P trend back lower once again to 417.22, and then we could see it back down towards around 415.59, and then back down below 414. So really, what we do today on the SPY is going to determine what we look like the rest of the week. We break the downtrend, we have room to 423, we have room to 424.50, and then we have room back up to 426. We crack down below 420 and confirm this double top, we do have room back down to 417.22, underneath these lows at 416, let's call it, and then back down towards around 414 over on SPY. All right. Then, lastly, we got a minute to go. We do have GERN. All right. So GERN, it's a simple mid-candle breakout formation. Big day on Friday, followed by a slighter, tighter day yesterday above the 200-day moving average. This is a mid-candle breakout formation, and we have the 200-day moving average trying to hold this stock up as support. So as long as we're above 170 and we get a proper setup above 170, we could see it back up to retest the 180s, right? We could see it back towards around 180 to 183. Then we could see it up towards around $2 natural resistance, and then we could see it retest Friday's highs of 222 there on GERN. So GERN is a back burner, possibly mid-candle breakout formation as long as it's trading above 170. And if we get that confirmation, all we're doing is putting our stops underneath yesterday's lows, right around $1.60. All right, team? So that's what I got for you. That's what we got going on. Let's get hyped up. Let's get prepared. Let's have an amazing day. And we have about 10 seconds to go, team. So number one stock I'm watching out of the gate is going to be... everything kind of sucks, to be honest with you. TRCH, because we're above 10. TRCH, because we're above 10. Good stuff as always. Always good stuff. Arriba! Gringo Josh over here in alphadaytrading.com. We're going to have some fun. We're going to eat some tacos. I'm eating tacos today. I tell you what, I've been saying tacos for the past 20 minutes. I got a tooth for tacos. Yep, you don't need a developer, guys. Pfft. Who says you need a developer? I fixed it. Google. I figured it out. So I'm glad that that's working. And we're actually working on migrating our site to a different server and a different hosting provider to where it's going to really speed everything up and not cause any issues. Number two, I adjusted some stream settings today. All right, so I adjusted a few settings on my end. You're going to see a slightly more of a delay, about 2 more second delay than normal. But that's going to prevent your live stream from buffering and kicking your live stream down. So go ahead and test this today. I know some of you have noticed you got to keep clicking live. Keep clicking live right throughout the day because I'm pushing in 4K, 1 second delay, and depending on your internet, it may buffer, kick you, buffer, kick you, buffer, kick you, and you have to keep checking that live box. So what I had did is I took it down slightly to where it will not continue the buffer and kick the live off. So you should maintain your quality all day, and you should maintain your live setting all day. If you guys do not maintain your quality, and you guys don't maintain that live setting all day, let me know, and I'll make more adjustments for tomorrow. But that right there alone should completely fix the fact that you need to refresh your browser at any point during the day. You come in like normal, you start the stream, you go to the lower right-hand corner, you go ahead and switch your quality to 720 or 1080, make sure it's on live. That's all you have to do. And you should be good throughout the entire day as long as your browser stays open. So give me some feedback today. If you still have those issues, I'll make some more changes for tomorrow, but we should be all good, ready to rock. And right now on my end, beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Looks great, looks good. And right now, team, what are we doing? We are sitting back, not being the guinea pigs, and we are waiting for the best of the best opportunity. Yeah, I can't do the sombrero anymore. It's itchy. I gotta make sure my hair looks good. My hair look good, guys? All right, GERN is something that I have on high watch. GERN was from a morning stock newsletter team. So GERN, I would risk $250 on this play. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 2,500 shares. And I'm going to go ahead and put a hard stop in the system right at that 160. Because I do like GERN. It's an anticipation trade. It's a risky trade, team, because we have yet really gotten enough time to confirm. But I've seen these mid-candle breakout patterns rip and run aggressively. And I want to go ahead and risk the 250. That's me. I'm okay with risking the 250 bucks to see if we get that mid-candle formation to actually work out. If not, I'm okay with losing that $250. You have to ask yourself, I like the setup as well. I want to get involved. How much am I okay with losing, right? If it's not $250, let's say it's $25. That means you can only buy 250 shares, right? And risk that 10 cents to lose that 25 bucks. So you still have to build your own plans in accordance, in conjunction with your account size. You cannot just jump in with the same size that I have because everybody's accounts are different. You still have to build your plan that's tailored around your account, all right? So I went ahead and I personally jumped in with 2,500 shares there on GERN, and I'm looking to ride this one today to see if it ever gets back up towards round 2. And again, I have my stops way down there at 160, so we will see if GERN gets any kind of action today. Yep, and like I said, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss, right? Live stream, 2-second delay. Well, if your internet's not top tier, you're going to have that consistent buffer and checking the live and going with the audio. Not the audio, but the quality settings, because your internet can't pull that kind of stream consistently, right? It's all about your internet. But if I push in a 5-second delay, right? If I push in a 5-second delay, guess what? Your internet has time to buffer before giving you the feed. Buffer, give you the feed. So you're never going to have that kick. So again, test it today. Let me know what you guys think. If you want me to go back to the 2-second delay and you're okay with checking live throughout the day, again, that's your call. That's what you guys want to do. But if you're like, you know what? This is 10 times better. I can deal with that 5-second delay. Then we're good to go. GERN is a day trade. Right now, it's a day trade. If I see anything set up and I want to swing trade it, I can basically reassess the trade, my risk, my share size, kind of what I'm looking at. But right now, this is purely a day trade, right? And I will not take this entry, this trade, into a swing trade. I do not go from day trading to swing trading. My swing trading, I have a completely different approach when it comes to analysis and preparation and size behind my swing trades. I would not swing trade 2,500 shares of GERN personally. I just wouldn't, because it's a small, low float penny stock. We could see it gap down to 130. It's just not worth it to me. So right now, this is solely a day trade. So AMC, guys, AMC, we're cracking that key technical level. Look at that. I mean, right now, if this is how we close, we're looking to come down to 40 and then 33 in the coming weeks. But if we can get back above and close above that 13 SMA, we would have some hope here on AMC. But right now, the way it's starting, doesn't look good. The SPY. All right, below 420. That's when we start to see it really get hit to the downside. All right, so again, we're watching all of our personal watch list plays. And then I'm personally in my GERN watch for the mid-candle breakout. And yes, we do have WISH, but again, we were wanting to see this one trading above 1350 before we got involved. So right now, why are we not really trading anything? Because it's 7 minutes into the market and we don't want to be the guinea pigs, right? I don't want to be a guinea pig, buy WISH just to watch it dump 60 cents, right? The market was very choppy yesterday, right? We do not want to be the guinea pig. We want to wait to see some of these setups actually play out, then let's get involved, right? So that's why I'm not trading anything besides GERN. And the only reason I'm in GERN is simply because of the daily chart, and we have potential to get that mid-candle breakout. And that's the only reason I'm in GERN right now. And then today's lesson, team, we're going to be talking about setups, popular setups, what to look for behind these setups, and how to properly place stop losses on these setups. Every setup has a different place to where you place your stop loss. So we're going to talk about the top 5 technical patterns that are the most popular and the most traders understand, they know, they trade, and where you guys should be placing those stops at if you are inside and trading one of these setups. So we got a really good lesson today for you, team. So make sure you're here around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we'll have some fun with that. AMC's getting nasty. So right now, we're just sitting back. We're waiting. Kind of waiting to see where the mob goes, where the hype goes, where the activity goes. And right now, I mean, we had EVAX halted. Let's just go look at EVAX real quick. EVAX. What do we got going on here? Nothing, right? ALF. Do we have anything going on? ALF. You know, we'll definitely add this one to watch. ALF's had some momentum over the last couple of weeks. ALF was a stock that we were trading last week, so we'll keep ALF on watch. We've been watching BIOC as well. I don't know why BIOC is not on my watch list. Must have fell off. BIOC. So we're going to keep this one on watch above $5 as well. Right now, I would not short TRCH because we're back above that 975 low point and some great support from yesterday. And then if we look at just our intraday price action right here, that could be the higher low, right? So, I mean, would I short Torch if it double tops, loses the VWAP? Well, right now, it's already losing VWAP, right? It's below VWAP. VWAP's right around $10. So as long as it doesn't break above $10 and break above and close above the VWAP, then yes, we could look to short this back down below these lows right around 935. But right now, we don't want to get involved in this because what if this puts in a higher low and breaks over that 1007 level of resistance? We could definitely get squeezed out big time. So right now, we would honestly want to wait just a few more moments to just wait to make sure that it doesn't form any kind of higher low or double bottom and get that break over 10. The second we start cracking below that 935 is when we could definitely see it back down towards around that $9 mark, and then down towards around 875 would be your next target. And right now, team, we're not missing anything. There's not a lot going on besides WISH. So right now, our attention, our focus right now at this point in time is WISH. WISH over 1440. We have room back up to retest that spiking high at 15 bucks. All right, anything over 15 bucks, we have room back up to 1546. So right now, WISH, number one watch, and we are going to have our support back down anywhere from 1384 to 1389. So I'm just going to throw a 1380 support level. Pull back. Let's look for that next leg up here on WISH. Let's go ahead and just run a fib off this level as well to see if that lines up, and it does. Our 50% lines us up with that last high. So if we really look at this, that would be a decent little level that we can see WISH stay above, right around that 1377, which is our 50% Fibonacci retracement, and it's also that prior high, and it's also VWAP. So we've just established 3 separate reasons why 1377 could be a really good bounce area here over on WISH. And I'm actually short right now on BPTH off the 90 EMA rejection, looking for the crack below 690 for that red day move. Again, gap up, goes red, gap up, goes red, gap up, goes red. Rejection off the 90 EMA. Rejection off the 90 EMA. Stops are over $7. I'm in at 692. I'm risking 8 cents. I'm looking for a nice 20-cent move. Who knows? Maybe we could even see that 650 level here on BPTH. So waiting to see it get cracking down a little bit more. We don't want to see that wicking on up because we could actually see it push and stop me out over 7. I'd like to see a nice solid close like that. Nasty red candle right below 680. Let's start looking to lock in a little bit of profit here. I'm here momentarily. You know, I always like to take profit when I'm at a 1-to-1. Bring stops to break even, but I'm waiting patiently for the crack below 680. I think we can get the crack below 680 here. So again, I'm just being very patient, waiting to see if we can get that crack below 680. I'm up a whopping $60 on the trade. I'm in at 692. Just trying to be patient here and waiting for the crack below 680. Go ahead and crack that 680, baby. Go ahead and crack 680 for us. Let's get a nice little leg down. Another 10, 20 cents would be awesome. I'm very tempted to lock in a little bit here if we don't start cracking on this candle. We have 9 seconds left. I want to see it below 680 on this candle. That's going to give me a lot of confidence for that next leg down. I'm going to go ahead and lock in half here, team. I'm going to go ahead and lock in half. The market is wild. I'm going to go ahead and lock that up on BPTH. Green's green. $100, $100. I'm going to take any profit that I can take from the market without holding on to a play too long and just getting chopped out of my positions like yesterday. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and lock it up. I hope it cracks 680. I want to see it crack 680. But again, I'm not going to risk a pop back up, and there's the crack of 680. Again, why am I not being extra patient? Well, I was extra patient yesterday with a lot of my trades, and they all chopped me out. So anytime I have profit on the table, I'm taking it. So I went ahead and locked in a quick little $100 there on BPTH. ALF is another 9 EMA short rejection there on ALF. We might see that TRCH 9 EMA short rejection as well. So we're seeing a lot of short setups today, almost on every single stock team. So right now it's definitely a shorting market, in my opinion. The only thing that we do have setting up to the long side is what? WISH, pullback, 1377, VWAP, 50% retracement, prior intraday high. That's a great level to get involved and put your stops maybe 20 cents away. Why 20 cents? You want to give it some breathing room, right? And you have at least 60 cents of room to the upside. So right there, even with a 20-cent stop, you have a 3-to-1 setup there on WISH. That's how I would take that trade. I would risk 20 cents. I would look for the retest of that prior high around 1436. I would give that just a little bit of breathing room, but I would be waiting for a pinpoint entry no higher than 1381. Goodbye, AMC. Goodbye, SPY, maybe. I'd like to see a goodbye, SPY. TRCH, I would not be doing the 9 EMA short just because we could do that double bottom. We've seen that a lot to where it's not a solid 9 EMA short setup and it'll actually squeeze over the 9 and get the next leg up. So I would be a little cautious on TRCH. And if you were shorting this, stops would be at 965. Because that's what you could see. You could see the attempt for the reject and a quick squeeze right on back above. So you want to scalp those if it doesn't crack below the prior low. So again, if you were in this, if it doesn't crack below that 925, you'd want to go ahead and take your profits and walk away. ALF right now, it's just showing that we have support right there at that $9 where we bounced. We got to get back above VWAP, and then we would have room back up towards around 1013. So right now it's in that 50-50 zone, right? If you're buying at 950, your stops are under 9. Your target is 1013, right? So that's a 1-to-1 setup. So does ALF have potential to move up? Absolutely. But your risk to reward is the same, which doesn't make it an A+ 80-20 setup, right? I would not be wanting to buy right there at 950 with 50 cents of profit and 50 cents of risk. It doesn't make sense. You want to find those 2-to-1 setups. So we'll still just wait on ALF, right? Maybe there's another setup. And let's go ahead and do this because WISH yesterday grinded its uptrend really, really well. So let's go ahead and connect an uptrend on this play on WISH. And right now, let's see if we can possibly break, pull back, next leg up. But right now, we know we have this uptrend that can definitely hold up as support, but the only way we trade the uptrend is if we get the higher high, we get the pullback into the third point, then we can get that next leg up. So it's all about being patient today, team. Being patient and waiting for those setups. WISH looks like it could go ahead and break out here. It definitely looks strong, and it looks like it's setting up for a possible breakout. So all eyes on WISH for the possible break over 1440 for a quick spike up towards around 15. And CLOV has a really nice uptrend as well. So as long as we hold above that 1292 and that uptrend, we could definitely see that next leg up here on CLOV. So I'm watching CLOV too, Chris. Good stuff. Appreciate that. So we're definitely watching CLOV here as well. So top two plays right now at this point in time, CLOV, no lower than 1281. We have the uptrend holding this up as support as well. CLOV has room to 1382. All right, so we have room towards around 1382 there on CLOV. And then on WISH, we want to see it hold the uptrend. It could be a possible ascending triangle formation, but if we crack the 9 EMA and we crack the uptrend, we're going to see WISH back down towards around that 1380 mark. So I'm watching this here to see if we can actually close above the 9 EMA and the uptrend and possibly get that third touch breakout over that 1436. So I am watching WISH, high watch right now, coming on up for a possible third touch breakout over $14.36. Right now we are cracking the uptrend. But let's see if we form a little bit of a channel, and let's see if we get that next leg on up. And then we do have, like Chris said, CLOV. And CLOV has its nice uptrend as well. So again, looking for the pullback into the uptrend for that next leg up as well. So we just got to be patient. That's it. So that's what I'm looking at there on CLOV. The IOC is dead. ALF, still on watch for now. TRCH, we can still keep that one on watch for a little bit. ADIL is dead. VTVT is dead. BPTH, we'll still keep this on watch. It could definitely reverse here. And WISH, GERN. I'm actually going to readjust my stops on this play to 166. Right underneath those lows. So I'm putting my stops at like 166 now on that play. I don't think it's actually, the fact that it's back below the 200-day, I honestly don't think it's going to get that leg up. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this altogether over on GERN. I'm just going to go ahead and close that position out. So I'm done with GERN. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that small little paper cut loss. It was worth giving it a go over that 170. But the fact that we had that really big sell-off here and we're back below the 9 here intraday, I'm not a fan of it, and I don't really think it's going to get that mid-candle breakout. If it does, fantastic. I don't think it's going to. All right, so CLOV is my number one watch here. I'm watching for the third point into the uptrend. Point 1, you can classify this as a point 2, followed by the higher high. We're looking for the pullback into the third point for that next leg up. And we do have that room. The 1376 is where this is going to have a lot of issues getting above. Again, 1376, we have a lot of daily lows, a lot of resistance, and we have that 13 SMA right around, yep, that 1376. Mexoids. Again, I use the 9 EMA intraday. I use the VWAP intraday. Obviously, you got to have your volume. And then I use the RSI. My daily chart, 13 SMA, 50 SMA, 200 SMA, volume, and the RSI. So those are my indicators that I use intraday and on my daily chart, higher time frames as well. Possible double bottom reversal here on TRCH. So high watch here off that possible reversal above 9. Really need to get back above that 935. But once we're back above 935, team, we have room all the way back up towards around $10 on TRCH. So TRCH is on high watch as well here. Back above 935. Room to 10. WISH is getting hit pretty hard. So right now, it's definitely CLOV, and we're coming into that trend line here, team, over on CLOV. So right now, coming on up, right, we do have that uptrend there on CLOV. I'm going to go ahead and start an entry here. Personally, that's just me. I'm starting to scale into this play. Again, high, higher, low, higher, high. Possible higher low off the uptrend. Worst case scenario, it pulls back to 13, and I'll average in again. My stops on this play, I'll put under the VWAP. So my stops on this play, I'll put under the VWAP, but I'm looking for that push all the way back up to the highs and possibly to tag that 1375 resistance. Is CLOV really going to do that? The one good setup. The one good setup. But I'm still holding on to this one under VWAP. I got to give it some room. But my goodness, I tell you what. This market, team. This market. Wild, wild thing that we're in. But I'm not going to get shaken out. Back below the prior high, too. My goodness. So let's just run our trend line here instead. Let's see if this is going to be the valid uptrend. And that's going to put us right around where we're at. So that could be the uptrend. I was looking at that being the uptrend. Clearly it's not, but this one could definitely be the uptrend here. So I'm still holding on to this play. I'm in at 13.13 on 1,200 shares. Not going to get shaken out. Got to give it a little bit of breathing room. My stops are going to be 12.75. So we just need to see this increased volume along these two candles, and that would help really solidify that we can get that next leg up here on CLOV. And again, I'm long at 1313 with about 1,200 shares on this play, and I'm looking for the grind back up. First target, 1350s. Right now, my stops are being brought up underneath that low, so I'm looking at like a 1287 stop. Want to see some nice action, continue to take this stock to the upside. But again, with this market, it's almost tempting to lock in the whopping 30 freaking bucks, you know? But again, you got to be a little bit, you know, I'm trying to be patient, but again, in this market, I'm not a fan of being patient. Now, there's a couple reasons. Trend line, VWAP, prior high. You throw a fib off this level as well, you can see it was also the 61.8 fib retracement. So there's about 3 to 4 separate reasons on why I was taking that trade here on CLOV for that next leg up. But if this one starts cracking that uptrend and it doesn't double bottom and pop, I'm going to have to walk away from it. Right now, I'm like at 1285 on my stop loss, guys. Yeah, 1280 to 1285 is going to be my stop. This one closes below the uptrend. I'll probably stop out ahead of time, just not to take that extra 10 cents of risk. But right now, CLOV letting me down. Unfortunately, you know, there's about 3 to 4 separate reasons on that trade. So, I mean, I'm not disappointed if I take a loss. You can't be right 100% of the time. Just on, it's unfortunate, you know, being extra patient, extra disciplined, waiting for your proper setups. And then you start to see those trades kind of not really work out in your favor. So right now, we have to bounce here. We have to bounce here on CLOV. This has to be the point where we bounce and we start bouncing strong. This is the point where we really want to see traders respecting that uptrend. Right now, I'm in at 1307 on 2,500 shares. Let's get some volume. Let's get that bounce, baby. We got to get the volume. We have to get that bounce. Got about 30 seconds to go to see some nice volume move in here on CLOV. $15 seconds to still see this close strong. Strong close, I feel good. Right now I'm up about $144 on this trade. 160 bucks, 190 bucks. So we're looking pretty good here. We got 3 seconds to close good. Here we go. Looking good on CLOV. I'm confident, I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm confident, I'm happy. I think we're going to get that leg up to 1350. That's my first sell target. I'm up $300 on CLOV. Right now I am putting my stops at break even. I'm going risk free on it. There's no reason to take that extra heat on the trade. I'm already up that much. I'm going to lock in half. I'm locking in half at 13.25. 1-to-1. Stops are officially break even, and I'm scaling out along this push team. We have room to 13.50, but I did take half my profit because that's the market we're in. Stops are officially break even. I don't want to see it back below 13.20. I really don't want to see this back below 13.17 at the lowest. Right now we have good volume, we have good price action. Overall, CLOV looks good for 13.50 to 13.60, team. Got about 30 more cents until we hit second target. I don't want to see it back below 13.30 now. I'm playing every 10 cents mentally. Every 10 cents mentally, that's how I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to lock in another half at 13.40. Locking in $600. Let's go! Let's go, CLOV! Let's get that last target. Let's see if we exceed our target. Right now, I don't want to see it back below 13.40. Again, I'm just mentally trading every 10 cents in my head because I like to lock in profit. I'm going to lock it up, team. I'm going to lock in $637. Taking me up $662 on the day. CLOV, thank you for not completely chopping me out of that trade. Thank you for setting up with a beautiful technical setup. 3 to 4 separate reasons. Worked out. $637, taking me to $662 on the day. I'm done. I'm done. We're done here. We're walking away. We're taking our money. We're good. One trade. That's all it takes. So, congratulations, traders, if you guys got in on that with me. Awesome job, awesome work. Solid setup, good setup, super happy with it. I was getting a little in the beginning. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. CLOV, are you really going to do us dirty? But no, we got some good stuff there. So let's go ahead and add that P&L to our P&L box. And let's go ahead and start the day off strong, team. Let's go ahead and get those profits up in profits chat. So team, get some of them profits in profits chat, baby. Let's see what you guys are doing today. Let's see that money being made. Personally, I'm currently locking in a little over $650 on the day. Chris, I owe you $662 for you bringing CLOV to our attention, so appreciate you, sir. There's ALF. Now we got ALF getting some action to the upside. We got TRCH getting some action to the upside. So now we're getting some random pops in a lot of these plays. Right now, WISH doesn't look all that good. BPTH showing a little bit of bullish divergence. I think we could see the reversal here on BPTH off these lows. So I really do think we could start to see this move up aggressively. Back up to 7 and over 7, maybe even the 735 here on BPTH. All eyes on BPTH right now. We have some great divergence. We are double bottoming. We've seen some of our other stocks bottom and spike. Bottom and spike, right? BPTH could bottom, could spike. All eyes on BPTH right now, team. All eyes on BPTH. Room to 7 and then room all the way back up to 735 on BPTH. And right now, since I'm in the green and I don't want to give a lot back, I'm only going to put myself in a position to lose like $50 on any given trade. So I am looking for the VWAP reversal on TRCH, team. I'm looking for the VWAP reversal for the rebreak of 10 here on TRCH. Just like what they say in the sales industry. When's the best time to sell another car or sell another product? After you already sold one, right? When's the best time to take a trade? Once you already won one. I don't know if that's the right logic to have. I don't know if that's the right logic to have, but it sounds good to me today. When's the best time to take a trade? Right after you take a winning trade. You're fired up, you're optimistic, you're in the zone. So let's see if that that mindset works. When's the best time to take a trade? Right after you take a winning trade. I don't know, but we'll see. Right now, we don't want to see TRCH below 975. 975 is our level. As long as we can hold this VWAP here, we are flagging over the VWAP, and we have the 9 EMA getting ready to cross as well. So that could really give us a great signal to get some nice action to the upside here on TRCH. We don't want to see it below 975, though. We want to start to see this get some hype and some volume above the VWAP to possibly get this back up over $10. Now, again, if it cracks below 975, watch for it to fade all the way back down to 935 here on TRCH. We want to start to see the flag formation now. This is actually flagging above the VWAP. So right now, if this is going to be a flag and a continuation move to the upside, we do not want to see it below the VWAP or that 9 EMA. Right now, it's struggling a little bit, but we still haven't broken out of this flag formation to the downside or to the upside. So right now, it's still flagging. It's still consolidating. Look at the volume, right? The volume is decreasing as well. Now we just need to see a confirmation in volume, whether that's up or down. Obviously, we're long. We want it to be a confirmation in volume to the upside. We had a confirmation of volume to the downside and we crack below 975. That's a signal to go ahead and walk away from the trade. So right now, We got about 15 seconds left on this candle. Let's see if buyers want to get TRCH up over $10 here. Buyers got it from 9 to 10. Buyers get it from 10 to 11. Let's go. Right now, I think it's going to crack. I think it's going to crack here. It just doesn't look great. Unless this candle is a big green candle, I think it's going to crack below that 975 here on TRCH. It's got to get volume off this VWAP. Out of this candle. It has to get some action. It has to get some volume, or it's going to crack on down. And just like that, right? We didn't get that action. We didn't get that hype. Right now, it's struggling a little bit there on TRCH. ALF is moving again. Yeah, ALF. See, this one popped. Little flag to the 9. Popped on up. TRCH. Pop was flagging. That flag failed. And that's why we're going to talk about patterns and stop losses today for our lesson. All right? Because again, every pattern is going to have a different stop loss. This double bottom has a certain place you put your stop. This flag, there's a certain place that you put your stop. This reversal setup, there's a place that you put your stop. Every pattern has a certain place that your stop needs to go, right? And that's what we're going to really dive into today. Trend lines, same thing. There's a place that you put your stop. You should never come into a trade with a mindset of, I'm just going to risk 20 cents. Well, what if your stop loss should be 50 cents and you're going to get prematurely stopped out at 20? Does it make sense to have a 20-cent stop loss? Or does it make sense to reduce your share size and give it that extra 30 cents of breathing room to put your stop in the proper place? So every setup has to have a proper stop loss. You can't just go in 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, because you're just going to get chopped out of a lot of plays. So again, that's our lesson today, is where to put stop losses. Right now, I'm watching ALF. First push, second pullback into the 9 EMA. Push. That was the first pullback into the 9 EMA. This is the second pullback into the 9 EMA, also pulling back into the prior high. If we can kind of do one of those little flag consolidations right above the 9, right above that prior high, we can get that third and final leg up towards around $13, team. Yes, $13 on ALF. We do not want to see it back below 11. So let's wait to see if ALF's actually going to hold on up here. CLOV is respecting its uptrend, so until it cracks the uptrend, team, we do have a nice, valid, solid uptrend here on CLOV. Ladies and gentlemen, I always forget I'm streaming the YouTube as well. You guys and girls have an amazing day. If you haven't yet joined the team, I don't know what you're waiting for. So again, join the team, alphadaytrading.com. Check us out for a week. See what all the hype's about. Have some fun. Tune in. Get access to everything. All the value that we provide. So again, just join the team. If not, I will see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trade smart. Trade safe. And I look forward to seeing you on the inside. I like that. Doesn't that sound good? I look forward to seeing you on the inside. AlphaDayTrading.com, where the money's made and where the action is. All right, team. Have a good one over on YouTube. Again, I look forward to seeing you in chat or tomorrow morning over on YouTube, 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trade smart, trade safe.